Hello everyone. So, as most of you know, right, if we want to make gains either with personal accounts or with prop firms, either with stocks, options, or futures, we need to have some edge, right? Edge in the market. To have the edge in the market, we need to follow a trade plan or a trade strategy, right? What do you mean by a trade plan or a trade strategy? Where we are waiting for a confluence between different indicators, or when some set of rules are uh, satisfied, then only we enter a trade. We don't just enter because we saw a buy or sell from one indicator, but we look for multiple conditions, especially because now market is so volatile with all this trade war, with lot of news and other things. It is better we have some more strict filter criteria. So made some minor changes. So I want to explain the trade plans which we need to follow so that we can right take trades with a low risk and make some nice gains where you can hold the trades. So I'm going to explain you total three different trade plans, right? Three different strategies or trade plans. You can use right trade plan one, trade plan two are mainly for US market hours. That means mainly if you want to take trades between 9 a.m. Central till 2:30 p.m. Central, you can use trade plan one or trade plan two. They will give you the best results. Then trade plan three is mainly for evening hours or right Asia market, Europe market, where you want to take trades in a low volatile, low volume hours. That is the trade plan three. So try to understand all the three plans and then you can use whichever you want. So the first trade plan comes with a medium risk and medium or high returns. For this particular trade plan, you need to have two different indicators on the chart. One of them is the price pulse. The second indicator is the T5 indicator. And the best timing to use this particular trade plan is 9 a.m. Central to 2:30 p.m. Central. This is the time we use. And then we use 5 minutes time frame with the normal candles. Instead of Fibonacci, we use normal candles. Then what are the different instruments which will work best for this particular trade plan? They are GC, ES, MNQ, crude oil, heating oil, then RB, copper, silver, natural gas, Russell, Dow Jones, right? These are the high liquid tickers which work good for this one. So you have to set up an alert called strong buy, strong sell on price pulse. So if you go to price pulse now, if you delete and add it back, you will see strong buy, strong sell. Whenever you create that alert, right? Whatever favorite tickers you have, if you want on, you can set it on Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, Netflix, right? If you want to trade stocks, options. If you want to trade futures, you can use on all these instruments, GC, ES, MNQ, like this. The risk level is medium for this one. That you can have medium or high returns. Risk is medium for this particular strategy. So what we do, so first I'll explain the theory and then I'll explain you right when to take the trades, how to take the trades by showing you the chart. And then you can go and do a dry run. You can go to any date, you can go to any ticker, whichever you want, and then you see that okay, if I follow these conditions, how much I would have made. Like that you can see today, tomorrow, day after, so that you'll become confident, and when Sunday market starts, you will be in a much better position, right? If you read the rules again and again, you will remember the rules better, and you can follow those rules whenever you take the trades. So until this anyone has any questions as of now, you can. So trade plan means basically what are the set of rules. If you have any questions, you can put in the chat window on this particular slide. Okay, so I see that no one has any questions. So again, you can, mainly I'm talking about prop firms, but you can use this with any stocks, currencies, cryptos. The same strategy can be used for anything. Yeah, I'll explain, right? So the thing is, right? We will. So the first thing we do is you go to alerts, For example, if you want to create an alert on ES, you go here, select price pulse, and then you have to select, if you scroll all the way down, you will see PPS means price pulse strong buy, strong sell. If you want to do separately, you can do separately, or you can directly select price pulse strong buy, price pulse strong sell. That means whenever you get a strong buy or strong sell, you will get a notification. And then you can say once per bar close. In the same way, if you want to do it for crude oil, you can go here, you can set price pulse, and you can say price pulse strong buy, strong sell, once per bar close. Or if you have, let us say you have a premium plan with TradingView, then you can directly go here. You can say add alert on the list. Then what will happen is you don't need to create one by one for each ticker. You can go and you can say that price pulse strong buy, strong sell, once per bar close, create. Then it will create for all these tickers. Even if you have 1,000 tickers, it will create the alert for all the 1,000 tickers. You don't need to do one by one. Right? For example, you want to know that condition whenever it satisfies for thousands of stocks, or right 40, 50 future stickers. All these stickers are allowed by Take Profit Trader or Apex or multiple prop firms. So you want to know whenever that you get a price pulse strong buy, strong sell, you want to know the conditions. So that is how you create the alerts. Then what we need to do. So first step is, even before the market open, you will go, you will create the alert, you will create the notification. So once that is done, that means you completed your preparation, right? Especially for these GC, ES, MNQ, crude oil, for all these type of tickers, you can go and create an alert. Let us say it is Monday morning, 9 a.m. Now you received a notification. Wait first, right? Whenever you want to take a long position using this price pulse and T5 indicators, you first wait for the strong buy alert notification, right? If it is US market hours, 5 minutes time frame. If it is non-US, that means Asia or Europe time markets, then we can use 2 minutes time frame. But let us focus on US market, right? Because that is where you can make big profits. So whenever you get that strong buy, immediately what you need to do is you look at the T5 indicator to see if T5 has a gap between green and white lines, right? This is for the long positions. That means we want to buy ES, buy NQ, buy gold, buy silver, whatever it is. So let us say you got a price pulse strong buy, and you immediately you go and you see, okay, what is T5? Is T5 green? If it is green, is there a gap? That is what we'll check. So the second thing what you do is, okay, now you saw that, oh, there is a gap and green and white. Check if price is close or below the trend line support. Right? We have something called as trend line support, trend line resistance. You should see, is my price, it should not be somewhere close to the trend line resistance, right? This is the trend line resistance where price can reverse. This is the support where it can go up. So you will see that, okay, is it, if it is somewhere in between also, that's okay. But it should not be somewhere very close to trend line resistance. So this is not a very optimal, but it is okay, right? Trend line support. So is my, it should not be close to the trend line resistance. It should be somewhere in between or somewhere close to the green, right? This is our trend line support. This is our trend line resistance. If it is, if you see PPSB, that means strong buy. Price pulse is telling it is a strong buy. If you see PP sell, PP, so right, for example, you got a PPSB, right? That means PP price pulse strong buy. Then you go and see, oh, is it green? That means here also buyers took the control, here also buyers took the control. Okay, then we know that it is a good opportunity. Generally, right, at this point of time, you are close to T5, close to trend line. Then we will enter the signal. The another condition you check is, if trigger candle is far from T5 line, wait for a pullback. So for example, this is where most of the time we generally make a mistake. Sometimes what happens is, this particular candle, but your T5 is somewhere here. You got a buy somewhere very far away from the T5 line. So that is where you wait for a pullback candle. Immediately you got a pullback candle. Then you can, when you get a candle touches the T5 line, that is where we take the trade. Then you are, otherwise what happens is you take it immediately, you see you're making 400, 500 loss, you take a stop loss, immediately it will jump again. So that's why it is very important for us whenever. So first condition is you are waiting for a strong buy or strong sell. Whenever you get a strong buy, strong sells, you are checking is T5 also green. The another thing you are checking is, am I not close to the resistance? I should not be very close to the resistance. So there might be some breakouts, but it is little risky when you are very close to the resistance. You may get a buy, suddenly you buy, immediately it may start dropping. So you should be somewhere in the middle, or you should be close to the trend line support. Then the other thing you check is right. Initially, it may take 1 minute, but later it will become very easy. Right. Whenever you get a buy, you see, okay, you put a vertical cursor here. You see, okay, this is green, this is green, this is green, but there is lot of gap. So next candle will try to come back and then go all the way up. So that is what we do. So for example, let us look for ES. So you got a price pulse strong buy. Right here also it is green. But you see there is lot of gap here. The proximity between your candle, that means you are getting price pulse strong by somewhere here, right? That means you are very far away from the T5 and price pulse line. So you always price will come back. Don't try to buy here, right? If we buy here at the end of this candle, you see price pulse strong buy. By the time you go and click on the trade button, you are somewhere here. Immediately it will start dropping. You get panic, we close it, then immediately it will start going up. So that's why you wait for if you wait for a pullback. So this condition satisfied, this condition satisfied, this satisfied, but your candle is very, very far away from T5 and price pulse line. So wait for a pullback. And then if you see a green candle, you can go long. Then it moved huge. Right here, you got a price pulse strong sell, but you are exactly at a trend line support. You don't take a sell at the support level. You always try to take a sell close to the resistance. You always try to take a strong buy close to the bottom. So you got a strong buy, but again this line is red. So you can ignore that. So here you got a price pulse strong sell. This is red. This is red. You are close to the T5 line. You are close to the price pulse line. There was a huge drop. So just if we can remember those rules, again, I agree that we all make mistakes with the FOMO, but if you can just follow these three rules whenever you take a long trade, then even in personal account, you can hold the trade, you can make nice gains. Or whenever you see this condition, immediately you can go to 1 minute and you can scalp, right? So all we are doing is we are waiting for a strong buy or strong sell. Whenever you get a strong buy, check if T5 is also green. If T5 is not green, ignore the trade. That means there can be a lot of high volatility or sudden up and downs. Better to ignore it. If you get a price pulse sell, if your T5 is also red, your candle is also close to price pulse or T5 lines, you can enter the short trade. So now you can go and you can check any, right? You can go 1 month before, 6 months before, 1 year before, and you can do a dry run. Okay, if I follow these conditions, do I make money or not? Right? All we are doing is just following these three rules, right? Whenever you get a strong buy notification or whenever you see that strong buy, on that, you are checking if T5 indicator is green and also if there is a gap. Checking if price is close to the close or below the trend line support. Is the trigger candle is if it is far away from T5 line, wait for a pullback to the T5 line to enter the trade. If we can wait for this condition, you will be very, very successful. If all the above conditions are satisfied, you can take a long position, stay in trade until you see the price pulse sell or until you go all the way to the trend line support. You got a price pulse sell. It came all the way, touched the trend line support, then started bouncing back. So you can take profits here. or you will easily make $500,000 here. So if you are trading in a personal account, you can take here and you can wait. If you are trading in a prop firm, what you can do, you just put a mark here, right? You got a confirmation in 5 minutes that okay, this is red. I got a strong sell, and then I have all your conditions are satisfied. It is close to the price pulse or T5 line, and I see a nice gap between these two. Then you just put a marker here, and then you can go to 1 minute, and in 1 minute you can keep taking the short trades. Right? Whenever you see a green and red, you take a short. You see a green and red, you can take a short. You see a green and red, you take a short trade. You see a green and red, you take a short trade. As long as, right, green means it is a pullback candle. Price will never go in one direction. It will go down. There will be a small green candle. It will go down. There will be a green candle. Again, it will start dropping. It will go down. You will have a green candle. Again, it will drop. So you can keep on taking that until in 5 minutes it touches the trend line support. You can keep repeating the same thing again and again. So here it came, right? You can split the screen into two parts, or you can have 1 minute chart, 5 minutes chart in two different tabs. You can keep doing that. So if you do this, right, whether for strong buy or strong sell, first step is you are creating a notification. Then you are just checking these conditions. One is there, if it is a sell, there should be a red line, there should be a gap. If it is a buy, it should be a green line, right? Sometimes only if you expand, you can see the gap. So you will see that, oh, there is a nice gap between both the lines. If they are very closely tied to each other at the top or at the bottom, better you avoid them. But if there is a nice gap, we can take the trades. Here there is a nice gap, you can take the trades if you get a strong buy. So we are avoiding the normal buy, and we are taking strong buy means it is satisfying a lot of conditions. So your risk is minimal, right? If you get some normal buy, normal sell, they can be only for small time. But when you do a, right, you got a PP sell, suddenly it started. So there is a lot of volatility. Suddenly you got a strong buy. So again, right, that is somewhere early morning. So this strategy is generally between 9 to 2:30. If you follow this trade plan, we will be very, very successful. You can at the same time, you can do futures, you can do SPX bear calls, you can do SPY bear calls, you can do SPY puts, you can do, right, if you see something uh, good, you can do SPY SPX puts, SPY puts, QQQ puts, you can do DIA puts, all these things, right? Whenever all your conditions satisfy, right? So is that clear? Right, green for strong buy, red for strong sell. So for this is for short positions. We are waiting for a strong sell alert notification. Look at T5 indicator and see if there is a gap between red and white line. Check if price is close to the trend line resistance. If trigger candle is far away, wait for a pullback. If you can just follow these conditions, we'll be very, very successful. All we are doing is if those one of those conditions don't meet, better you, because there are so many tickers. We don't need to, right, focus only on ES or NQ. Some days ES and NQ are very, very choppy or very volatile. So you can focus on wheat, you can focus on corn, you can focus on gold or crude oil, natural gas, copper, whatever it is. So for example, let's take some more examples. You got a PP cell, right? We'll just ignore it. Right. Also, whenever you see something in a consolidation box, you better ignore those trades. Right. If they are in a consolidation or choppy box, that means there is not enough strength. Here you got a PP strong buy, and right, it is somewhere around 10 o'clock. PPSB means strong buy. That means now here you have green, here you got a strong buy, and this is touching the your T5 line. right? Your price pulse line, T5 line, it is very, very close. The proximity is very close. So now if you go and enter this trade, one is you can enter the trade, you can hold until it goes and touches the trend line resistance. Until this point, you can hold. Or you can go to just put a marker here and you can go to 1 minute. Then you can keep taking the, you can keep scalping it until uh, so here you have marker, right? It went up, you got a pullback. It went up, you got a pullback. Whenever you see a red candle, green candle, you can go long. You got a red candle, green candle, you go long. You got a red candle, green candle, you go long. You got a red, you got a green, go long. So it will keep on, right? It will not just go up. There will be, it will go up, some small pullback, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So whenever you see a red and green, that means okay, sellers are not taking it down, it is going further up. Sellers are not taking it down, going further up. If they are not taking it down, going further up. Not taking it down, going further up. So you can keep taking the trade until you see the trend line resistance or until you see the price pulse sell. Until here, you can keep on taking the long position. So you don't need to just follow NQRES. There are less volatile tickers like copper or crude oil or natural gas, RTY, YM, which are less volatile. So when markets are so volatile with ES and NQ, either you use MNQ, MES, or you can use the other tickers where volatility is less. And if you follow this right, trade plan one for long position or for short position using price pulse and T5. So this is the first strategy. If you use this strategy, your returns will be high, your risk is very medium, uh, but you'll make nice gains with each and every trade. All you need to do is you can go and run it on Tesla, Nvidia, whatever you want. You can go and you can go to any day, right? 1 year before, 2 years before, 3 years before, because it will show you that okay, we got a price pulse buy, but it is very far away from here. So you wait for a pullback. Whenever price comes, touches, right? You got a red candle and then green candle. Okay, now you enter. Then it went all the way up. Whenever it goes and touch the top, then you can take the profit, right? Or you go to 5 minutes. So yeah, you can go to any stock any day and you can check with the conditions. Okay, if I follow all those conditions, okay, I got a PP buy. If it is just a PP buy, I can ignore it. Right? Sometimes we may miss some good opportunities, but it's okay. We want to take low risk in this market where it is too volatile. You got a PP sell or you got a P, right? You will only look for strong buy or strong sell conditions where you have less risk by taking the trades with a strong buy and strong sell. So that is your trade plan one, where you use price pulse and T5 between 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 5 minutes time frame. These are the best tickers. Or you can also use Netflix, Meta, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, then Tesla. Right? These are the best high liquid tickers work best for this strategy. Then the next trade plan is which is a low risk strategy, right? You don't want to take any risk. Then this is the strategy which will help you. Again, the timings is same, 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. CST. You use three indicators here. Instead of just using price pulse and T5, you use T55, price pulse, and T5. So we'll add one more indicator here called T55. T55 Pro. So for this strategy, what you need to do is we'll add one more, right? For the first strategy, we go and create alert on the price pulse, strong buy, strong sell. Right here you have PP strong buy, PP price pulse strong sell, price pulse strong buy. Whereas for this strategy, what you need to do is you go and select T55 Pro and then you use 5 minutes and then you have to do strong buy, strong sell. Right? For that one, price pulse strong buy, price pulse strong sell. For this one, for the strategy 2 or the trade plan 2, you have to use a strong buy, strong sell. Whenever you do a strong buy, strong sell, and whenever you receive a notification, right? You may receive a notification that strong buy, strong sell. Whenever you receive that notification, right? For example, if you see here, you got a strong buy, right? S buy means strong buy. So whenever you receive a strong buy, what you need to do, you first you go and check in T5. Okay, is it green? Okay, that is good. Is my price pulse is in the blue, or is price pulse also telling it will go up? That is good. So now you can take the trade. So this is it will take some more time. Right here you are getting a buy much early. Whereas here, when there is lot of choppiness, consolidation, and suddenly there is a consolidation is gone, and then there is lot of strength, then it is giving a strong buy after lot more verification, lot more validation. So your risk is minimal. You are not entering little early. You are waiting for more, right? You are waiting for a nice gap. You are not trying to enter somewhere at the bottom. You are trying to enter after the trend got confirmed. So now you got a strong buy. T5 also, there is a nice gap, right? You are entering somewhere, right? You are not trying to catch the bottom. You are not trying to catch the top. We are trying to take profit somewhere here, in between here, where your risk is minimal. With price pulse buy, price pulse sell, sometimes we are trying to catch the bottom, right? We are trying to buy here, trying to sell here. Sometimes suddenly it will go down, it will go up. So your risk is little high, right? That's why we are using price pulse strong buy, where only when the trend is very strong, then only we are getting a buy. When the downtrend is very strong, we are doing the strong sell. So that is one strategy where we are using price pulse strong buy, strong sell. With this T55 Pro strategy, what we are doing, we are trying to avoid the bottoms or avoid the tops. We are trying to catch the mid portion from here to here, where you have a nice gap. Whenever you get a strong buy, you go and check, okay, is there a gap? Yes. Is price pulse is already in buy? Yes. Then you go and take a trade. So whatever it is, right? Again with ES or NQ, whatever it is. If you get a normal sell, you can avoid. That means sometimes it can be little choppy. You are only trying to watch whenever you have a strong buy. Okay, I got a strong buy. Is my T5 also in buy? Yes. This is also green. Is my price pulse also in buy? Yes. Then you can go and take the trade. So again, we use the 5 minutes time frame. Your entry trigger is there should be you already created an alert on your T55, and then you are whenever you receive a notification that oh there is a strong buy or strong sell. If it is a buy, you can avoid. If it is a sell, you can avoid. If you get a strong buy, that's a good opportunity. You can take the trade. Right? You got a strong sell. Again, right? You will watch the timings. You will watch the confluence. If you get a strong sell, but this is somewhere at around 5:45, 6 a.m. We use when it is between Generally 9 to 2:30 p.m. is the best time for this strategy. So again, you can go to whichever ticker you want and you just check for whenever you have a strong buy, strong sell. Again, you can just go here. Okay, now I got a strong buy. I got a nice gap here. My price pulse is also in strong buy, or my price pulse is also in buy. Right? It is blue color. Now I can confidently take the trade. I can hold until it goes and hit the trend line resistance. With one trade, easily you can make 500, $600 in each account. So like this, again, you can use the strategy with stocks, options, futures, currencies, whichever you want. Here the criteria is you are setting a strong buy, strong sell on T55 Pro. Whenever you receive that notification, so wait for a strong buy alert from T55 Pro in 5 minutes during US hours, 2 minutes during non-US hours. Look at T5 indicator to see if T5 has a gap between both green and white lines. Look at PP indicator to see if it is in buy or strong buy. And if trigger candle is very far from T5 line, wait for a pullback. So just if you follow this strategy, again, it is very, very low risk strategy, right? Here, this is medium risk. You can make more profits, but the risk is little high compared to this one. Here, you are waiting. You are not trying to catch the bottom. You are trying to see the, okay, is it really going up, going up, going up? Okay, now you are confident that, oh, there is a lot of gap here. That means this trend can continue for more time. Then you are taking a buy signal. Right, hope that is clear for everyone. We are in with price pulse buy, we are trying to get here. With price pulse strong buy, we are trying to get here. With the T55 strong buy, we are trying to get somewhere in the middle where already the trend got confirmed. There is a strong trend. We are looking for a strong power where there are a lot of buyers. So your risk is very, very minimal if you follow this strategy where you have a strong buy and then you have a nice gap here and then you have here, then we can take the trades. Again, you can write whichever ticker you want, you can choose that. For example, you got a strong sell. Here it is, there is a nice gap between red. Then you take the trade, it will come all the way to the trend line support. There was a huge drop, nearly right 20-point drop here. The only thing you avoid is if it is in a choppy box, you avoid. Other than that, whenever you see a, if it is a sell, you can avoid. Only you will take strong buy or strong sell. So for example, here, right, if you just do like this, you can see you got a strong buy. You have a nice gap here, right? You can, if you want, you can just expand it. You see that though there is a nice gap. Now you will go and see, right? You can just, if you want, you can just put a line here. Okay, I got a strong buy. My T5, there is a nice gap. I see that price pulse is in a buy. Then it kept on going up. It went and touched all the way till the trend line resistance. So this is very, very low risk strategy where you can make nice profits with both the options, right? Whether so you are using T55 Pro, price pulse T5 between this time with 5 minutes. You are alert to set up a strong buy, strong sell. You can go here. You can say add alert on the list. If you have premium plan, you go to T55 Pro and you can say strong buy, strong sell. That's it. Now all these stickers you got a strong buy, strong. Whenever you receive a notification, then you go 95% of the time they will be matching, right? But it is just it takes few seconds for you to see, oh, I got a buy, strong buy. I see there is a nice gap. So whenever there is a nice gap here, it will keep on going up all the way to the top. or whenever there is a nice gap here, it will keep on going to the bottom. So you're trying to take the trade somewhere where the trend already confirmed. You are not trying to take somewhere at the top where it can come little bit down, go up, come little bit down, go up, right? You have that choppiness. Sometimes it can come little down and again go up, so you get panic. But where it already started dropping, the chances are 95% it will come all the way to the bottom. Or when it already started going up, the chances are it will go all the way to the top. So you are trying to catch the this midpoint where your risk is very very minimum. If you see a nice gap between these two lines, you have high chance of success. So all you are doing is waiting for a strong buy, check T5 has nice, and then check is my price pulse is already in the buy. So you are not waiting for a strong buy here. If it is a strong buy, that is much better. But even if it is in price pulse buy, T5 is green, and you got a strong buy, that is the best opportunity. You can easily make $300-400 in one trade. Right? Again, where you want to use it is up to you. You can use in personal account, you can use in prop firm account. But all we are doing is following a strategy, following a trade plan. Whenever wait for a strong buy alert notification from T55 Pro in 5 minutes. Look at T5 indicator to see if T5 has a gap between both green and white lines. Look at PP indicator to see if it is in buy or strong buy. If the candle is very far, wait for a pullback. If not, you can enter. Again, if you want, you can go to 1 minute and do scalping, or you just wait. Make $400-500 in one trade, you close the trade. Same thing, right? Trade plan two, wait for a sell, strong sell notification. Look at T5 indicator to see if T5 has a gap between red and white lines. Look at PP indicator to see if it is in sell. If trigger candle is far away from T5 line, wait for a pullback. Then just enter, make 3-400, you close the trade. So this is trade plan two, which is very, very minimal risk. This is little risk is little bit high compared to this one, but you will make more profits here. Here, your risk is very minimal. You will easily make $300-400 every trade. Then, so these two strategies are mainly for morning time between 9 to 2:30 p.m. CST. With all these tickers, you can use both the strategies. Right? Then there is one more strategy, which is the trade plan three, right? Which you are seeing, right? Every day evening, we are going and taking $300-400 quickly. You can use it between 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. CST in the evening time with 2 minute time frame. Again, you can use GCES. In the evening time, even you can use NQ also. At evening time, the volatility will be less. Crude oil, heating oil, copper, natural gas, all these ones. RTY, YM may have little less volume, so better you don't use them. But all the others you can use. So again, in this strategy, what we do, you go to 2 minutes. You don't need all these things, right? We use, so right, you can watch a lot of videos. So first thing is we have some 5-10 tickers, important tickers, right? You see that okay, in crude oil, is there a nice gap between both the lines? Or in heating, right? For example, here you see a nice gap. So that means there is a good ticker. Wherever it is somewhere, right? You can just scroll like this. Okay, heating oil, is there a nice gap? Copper, is there a nice gap? Or gold, is there a nice gap? For example, you see that oh, for copper, there is a nice gap here. Then you just wait for a T3 buy. Whenever you get a T3 buy, you take a trade. Right? Whenever there is a nice gap between green and white lines in the evening time, if if they are somewhere at the top like this, avoid the trades. Yeah, there should be either a nice gap between green and white or red and white. If it is green and white, you wait for the buy signals. Right? Let us say you have some, here there is a nice gap between red and white. So you see that a nice gap formed here. Then whenever you see a T3 cell, right? You got a T3 cell. You can take a short, make profits. You missed booking this. Then again you got it right. Price went, you got a pullback. Again you got a red candle. Again it is dropping. You got another T3 sell. Again you got another T3 sell. Again you got another T3 sell. If you missed one opportunity, you will have lot more offers. So as long as this is going down, you will keep on getting these sell signals. And also now I added the support and resistance lines here. So if you get a sell signal close to this resistance, that is much better, right? You got a T3 sell here close to resistance. That means there can be a huge drop now, right? You should not take sell close to the support. You try to take the sell, right? These red zones are sell resistance levels, major resistance or major supply zones. Whereas this one is more like a buy zone. This is where people will buy. So you don't take the sell signals here. You try to take the, so here also it started green. You only take the buy signals. You see a nice green gap and it is close to the support. You try to take buy signal. So if you want to take very, very low risk, then evening time between 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., the volatility will be very less. All we are doing is, right, every day we are making 400, 500. Every day we are going, taking 1 hour, 40 minutes. We are making some trades using this strategy and we are easily making. So all we are doing is if there is a nice gap between green and white, look for the buy opportunities. If there is a nice gap between red and white, look for the sell opportunities. That's it. So that is the strategy 3 or trade plan 3 between 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. 2 minute time frame with normal candles. These are the different tickers. Your risk level is very low. That means the chances of you blowing accounts is very, very less. So all you are doing is watch for a ticker where there is a nice gap between green and white lines for long position. Enter long trade whenever you get a T3 buy. Exit whenever you see a T3 sell. You can always put a stop loss, watch last 5 candles and have stop loss below the low of the last 5 candles. In the same way, for short positions, watch for a ticker where there is a nice gap between red and white. Enter short trades whenever you see a T3 sell, exit when you see a T3 buy. So that's it, right? All we are doing is either you follow strategy 1, trade plan 1, trade plan 2, or you can also, right? If you want a low risk, you don't want to take any risk at all, then you use the trade plan 2 in the morning time, use the trade plan 3 in the evening time. You are okay to take little more risk, right? Especially for performance pro accounts. You want to take, you don't want to blow your pro accounts and pay a lot of money to reset or again do evaluation. If you watch all the videos of last week, every day within 1 hour we made 500, $600, right? Just by taking these trades using this strategy. You don't need to take a risk in the morning time. Or you want to take low risk, you can always use this strategy, right? Don't try to enter somewhere. You wait for that T55 to give a strong buy, strong sell, and then you check T5 price pulse, and then you can take the trades. So your risk will be very, very minimal. So all you need to do is follow one of these three strategies. Strategy 1 with price pulse and T5. Strategy 2 using T55 Pro, price pulse and T5. Strategy 3 which is using T3 or T5. Any of these things. Again, we have high risk strategies like T8, 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 but better, right? Even if we make 300 in each account, if you have 10 accounts, if you have 5 take profit trader, 5 tick trader, let's say 2,000, $3,000 every day. You don't need to make 1,000, $2,000 in one account. All you are looking is 300, 400. So if you use a low risk approach, you can easily make 300, 400, 500 in every account and copy that into 10, 20 accounts and you can multiply your profits. So that is one, right? So if you say that no, right, I cannot wait for the alert notifications or I cannot follow the rules, then there is one more which you can do, right? So for example, So any questions on these three strategies? Trade plan two you can use, but you have to use a smaller time frame in the evening time. But generally, this one is right very low risk during evening time. If you want to use trade plan two or trade plan one, use 2 minutes instead of 5 minutes. You can use 2 minutes, and then you can take the trades in the evening time. So you have to delete and add the indicators. You will see the strong buy, strong sell. You have to delete the existing indicators, and then once you add price pulse or once you add T8 or anything, you will see the strong buy, strong sell, and also you will see the support, resistance lines, everything. So in T3, whenever you get a sell, if you are close to a resistance, that's a good opportunity. If you get a buy, you should be close to the support. If you get a sell here, don't take a sell, right? Because you are close to the support. It may just come down and go up. So it is also important for you whenever you get a sell or buy, you have to understand, okay, am I close to a support zone or resistance zone? If you got a sell, your candle touches the resistance and then now price is dropping. So it is a good one to take a short. Your price touched the support level and started going up. It is a good one to go and take a long. So that's one more thing. So yeah, T55 Pro, I'll change it to T55. So you don't need to change from T55 to T55 Pro. If members anyone want to continue using T55, that will be changed to T55 Pro. So, right, yeah, the other strategy which I wanted to mention was, right, this is completely for someone who cannot, right, again, when you do with manual trades, so here we got a small stop loss. But this particular strategy will take just one trade a day, and most of the right 85% of the time I make profits. Right, this is NQ Master. It only takes one trade a day. Whenever there are, it takes either a small stop loss or it makes some nice profits. So if you see strategy analyzer, so we have to use only normal candles for back testing. Don't use Heiken. So your gross profit is approximately 39,000 with one contract. So if you look the analysis, so it will take one trade a day, but overall, right at the end of the week, end of the month, you will be in profits. So if you are not able to use any of the trading view indicators or trading view those trade plans, right, that is where we generally prefer, because that is where you have full control. You are looking at confluence of multiple things. But this is where your stop loss will be small, but whenever you make profits, you will make some 1,000, 1,500 profit. Whenever you lose, you may lose 400, 300 like that. But whenever you make 1825, 1,400, 1,400 like that, your gains will be more. Your losses will be small. So your curve will be overall positive, whether you use it in a personal account or prop account, right? If you have 150K, 250K, 300K accounts, this is one you can just enable it throughout the day. You don't need to keep on changing. You will just use 5 minutes. You have to use 5 minutes time frame in the normal candles, and you use one contract, and you just make it running. So whether it is a choppy day or trending day, it takes one trade on average every day. It won't take too many trades. It will just take one trade. But yeah, most of the time your stop loss will be limited to 300, 400, 500 like that. Your profits will be 1,500, 1,400, 1,600 each day whenever there is a nice run. So like this is one more, right? One more way. If you cannot, again, I suggest this is the best one definitely, right? Trade plan one, trade plan two, trade plan three is the best one, where you have full control, where you can take the trades. You can use for stocks, options, currencies, India stocks, whatever you want, you can do. You are right, because in trading view, the logic is same for everything. The only thing, instead of futures, you can use for stocks. Instead of stocks, you can use for forex currencies. Instead of that, you can use for crypto, right? If you want to trade Bitcoin, right? You can trade Bitcoin, whatever you want, you can. So, for example, Bitcoin, right? We got a price pulse buy. We don't have a strong buy. We just have so we got a price pulse sell now. So price pulse sell. Now there is a nice red line. So yeah, there is a possibility for Bitcoin to drop. So you can use the strategies, right? If you want cryptocurrencies or whatever you want. Uh, I can set alert on this. So on all these cryptos, whenever you get a price pulse buy, price pulse sell, you can take the trades. So here it is close to a trend line support. If this sell was somewhere close to a trend line resistance, it would have been much better. Now this is close to the trend line support, so yeah, it is little risky trade. So now I got a strong buy, strong sell on XRP. So do you think it is a good opportunity? So you got a price pulse strong buy, right? You got a nice green dot. There is a nice gap. Gap is forming between both. There is a nice bullish candle. Your momentum is good, money flow is good, trend strength is good. So there is a high chance for this one to go all the way to minimum trend line resistance. If it breaks the trend line resistance, it can go all the way somewhere here. Right? This is where you have sellers here, here, here. So there is a high possibility for it to go to the top. In the same way, ASM USD. You have a lot of buyers here. So like that, whenever you receive a notification, you can go and check the check the confluence. If the confluence is matching with all the other indicators, so if it breaks this one, it will go all the way to the premium. So your momentum is good, money flow is good, trend is good. So this can go all the way to the top. So like this, again, you are not restricted, right? With Ninja Trader, you are only restricted to futures. So, and it will only take one trade a day. Whereas with this one, so there are different indicators like Prism, Spectrum. They take more trades, but your risk will be more. This is a low risk strategy where your risk will be minimal, your rewards also will be minimal. So yeah, you can use any one of these strategies. I'll share the trade strategies in the premium channel. So you can use them for stocks, options, currencies, whichever you want. But yeah, if you follow this either trade plan 2 or trade plan 3, your risk is very, very minimal in this volatile market. You can hold your accounts and you can take low risk trades and make nice profits with evaluation and also performance accounts. So any questions? Mm, yeah, I'll share the PPT in the premium channel. Yeah, when you see something in consolidation, better you don't take the trades. Algos will work with prop firms also. Only thing is you should not set them in seconds. It should be in 1 minute, 5 minutes like that. You can use with prop firms or personal accounts. For trade plan one, you need to set 5 minutes. For trade plan one, trade plan two, you need to select 5 minutes in the US time frame. For trade plan three, you need to use 2 minutes time frame. Again, top trend is also good, but that will have lot of buy and sell opportunity. That will have too many signals. So that is good for scalpers. Whereas price pulse T5 with this combination, you can hold the trade for longer time. The Ninja Trader option, you have to trade on Ninja Trader. You cannot do directly on TradingView. Yeah, if it is a choppy day, Ninja Script will not take any trades. Yeah, you can use the algos for TPT also. Yeah, you can use for evaluation of performance accounts. Yeah, so yeah, I'll share the slides in the premium channel. TFT5, yeah, TFT5 Pro is little different. For trade plan two or anything, you can have three indicator plan that will work. If you want to use all, you can have three, five indicator plan. Otherwise, for this one, three indicator plan will be sufficient. For this one also, you are using only two indicators. For this one, three indicators. For this one, you use T3 and T5 or T33 and T5. So yeah, these are the ones. So again, if anybody need any modifications or those things, we'll help in the setup session. I'll share the slide decks, and then you can read, keep a printout whenever we take the trades in the live session. Make sure you follow them so that you are taking a minimal risk. EMD is risky. The spread will be very far. Use ES. EMD is a very low liquid ticker. Yeah, I have a watch list for cryptos. I'll share it in the premium channel. Yeah, you can use options on ES. Yeah. Sure, everyone. That's it. I wanted to, yeah, share about the right strategies. If you use the proper trade plan, your risk will be minimal. And also, I wanted to share on the changes with the strong buy, strong sell for price pulse. So if you use that, yeah, your risk will be very minimal. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you again during the setup session.